There are friends, and then there are rats. There are friends, and then there are rats. Get rid of the rats. Fight! Fight!
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Hi, I'm Christina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about toxic friendships, why we attract them, how to cut people off correctly, how you might be a toxic friend. Let's get started with toxic friend number 1, the dick rider, yes man friend.
She is as fake as press-on nails. Hey, baby girl!
This is a friend that will praise your ego. They support all of your decisions and they never tell you their opinion. This is also a friend that will tell you to do things so they can tell others a good story. You have to make sure that you have friends around you that are not gonna let you go do stupid shit. I am not one of those friends. I will never be one of those friends.
Not me. Certainly not I.
And I will look at you weird. If you give me bad advice too many times in a row, then I'm like, these are the people that do not have your best interests at heart. There are people around you who do not have your best interests at heart. Now take that, feel it. There's people around you who do not care if you are doing your best or your worst. Another thing with the yes man friend is that they will be a yes man to everyone. A friend of all is a friend of none. I had this friend, they will come to me and be like, yeah, they actually were talking shit about you. Yeah, they said they didn't like you. Yeah, this person was actually telling me about what happened between you. Why are you talking about me? 5 people talking about me to you, my best friend. What is that? What makes them comfortable talking to you about me? The opportunist. How do I even start this? Let's not be judgmental though, because we've all been in certain situations of these and I don't want to invoke any shame. I want you guys to grow. But for the people who did it to me,
sometimes you bitches don't be deserving words. I just be wanting to do them cartoon reactions like.
Thank you for teaching me that lesson, for real. I'm so grateful. The opportunistic friend is always taking, using, dumping, and reaching. They are always out to receive. People play like they are putting effort into you and being your friend and sharing moments with you, but the underlying thing is they need a place to stay. They want to use your car. They want to go to the parties you go to. They want to be in pictures on your social media so they can get more followers or they can be associated with the things that you're associated with. There's always something with them to where they're not really being your friend. Not really, never, not really. I've had a lot of these and they gaslight me when I bring it up. I'd be like, hello, you were only my friend when when you needed a place to stay, and now that you don't need a place to stay, you don't want to hang out anymore. You never spoke to me again after you stayed at my house. What is that? Exactly. Opportunistic friends will come in when things are going good, disappear when things are going bad. If you post, I just got into a car accident, someone get me, they're gonna pretend they didn't see it. But if you post, oh, I'm going to the Oscars event, I need somebody to go with me. Me, I wanna go. Hi, me. Opportunistic friends tend to be narcissistic. They tend to take center stage. They're around you for a reason, so they're gonna get to that reason. They're not trying to listen to you. They're not trying to be friends with you. And you're always gonna feel it. I've always felt it. I've always been like, I feel weird around you. I feel fucking weird around you. I feel, There's always gonna be one-sided effort with your opportunistic friends. It's very important that you record in your mind when you're becoming friends with these people. What stage in your life are you in? What cycles are you coming out of? How much shit have you been talking? Because then here comes a little manifestation of that energy. They will love bomb you. They'll be like, oh my god, we should hang out every day. Well, let's have a sleepover. We should go out to eat. Let's start this together, blah, 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 blah. They make up a whole scenario for your friendship and you feed into it because you think, I thought when I was naive and younger, that friendships have a look. Friendships do not have a look. You're not supposed to be friends with people just because you look good together. Let me tell you a little story about this. Like, I have so many examples. So I had this friend, let's call them bitch. Let's call her Beatrice. We became friends when I was 18 and I just was getting out of a very toxic, very abusive, insane, disgusting relationship. And they came in that timing and they just linked with me from Instagram. I was like, yeah, let's hang out. Beatrice came in a dark time for me. So they attach themselves to me, and the Airbnb they're staying with their friend. They're telling me their friend's jealous of them. They're telling me the Airbnb person is being crazy. They have to come out. Can I stay with you? I say yeah. They come in to my house, and they don't say hi to my mom when they're coming in with their luggages and stuff. So my mom immediately, she was like, I don't like this girl. I don't trust her. She's evil. She has bad intentions. My mom is psychic. She was like, she sees your light and she wants some of it. She sees the stuff surrounding you and she wants some of it. Promise you, your mom knows about your friends. Now I know. So they're staying with me for months. No rent paid.
Here you go. It's alphabet soup. I made it special.
Their parents sent money for them to give to my mom, and they didn't give it to my mom. They spent it. I'm in a depressive mode. My room gets disgusting. There's too many people there. I adopted these cats. It was just a mess. They randomly go back home to where they're from in the middle of the night because my room was a disaster. They left without saying anything. Strike one. I was 18. I was trying to move out. I moved to a different city. They live in that city. I go to that city, ignoring me, acting funny with me, like, oh no, you can't come in these parties. Like, you're gonna have to figure it out by yourself. I'm like, okay, I guess this is how adulthood is. Nah. You don't treat people like that if you're friends with them. Duh. She is hanging out every day with somebody who has the connects to get her into the parties that she wants to go to. And I'm living there for a long time, and I have my own place. She does little things to see if it's a place that she wants to stay at. Then she's telling me about another friend that she has who has an empty bedroom, and she's like, I'm gonna figure out how I can stay here for free. And I'm not thinking anything of it until I clicked later on. But she's telling me, I'm gonna see how I can stay at his house for free. I'm probably just gonna have to be his best friend. I was like, she stays there a little bit. Every time she comes into that area, she stays there. Her friend that was getting her into the parties gets an apartment and says, you can stay in the other room and you only have to pay me as much as you want. And I'm seeing she has little moments and she's talking shit about all of these people to me. She's looking at them with no respect and arrogance, like I'm better than you and I'm just using you for right now until I can get higher.
She thinks I like her. She really thinks that I'm her friend. It's almost pathetic.
Every time I bring up even a little issue, she gaslights me. And she gaslights me so bad that I'm like, okay, maybe I was wrong. Like, she did pay for my food that one time. Like, it was okay that she was staying with me. She got us Ubers to parties. Like, it was okay. Now, I don't want to make anything known because I don't want these people to come talk to me. But basically, I get into an accident where I almost die and they have to stay at my house. And they play with the thing that almost killed me. They make a TikTok laughing with my blood everywhere, like just laughing. And then I just realized they always have one friend next to them that they can reap the benefits of. They're always telling me all of their friends' business. They're always doing anything that they can to get associated with someone that has a position to help them with something to get them ahead. That's the only reason they're even making the friends. I asked them, do you need help with anything? And they sent me to do these random shit that has nothing to do with what they were going through. Like, I'm offering emotional support. Don't tell me to go get groceries for you or some garbage, stupid shit. And you have parties in your house. Like, you don't need me to do these things. She's acting like, oh, I'm just so sad, I can't move. You know, you want to use me. Like, that's the whole point of you even sending me to do this shit. And they're like, well, I don't feel like I have to hang out with you every day to be your friend. I'm like, that's not the point. The point is that you don't hit me up, you live close to me, and you're having people over all the time who can help you with the shit that you're trying to send me to. So, I cut her off. And I cut her off in a time period that she was like going through the worst stuff in her life, but she's always going through the worst stuff of her life. So she took it like, wow, you were never a real friend to me. You're just gonna leave me in a time like this. Like, unfriended, blocked. And I said, I don't want to be your friend anymore, and I blocked her because she's gonna gaslight me if I say why. And now I let her go and I feel real peace, and I cried so bad.
But it's all good. It's all good.
Another type is the sweet talker.
And here we go. I hope you're hungry for nothing.
It's a way that they talk. It's a way they make you laugh. You think you're having a great time. They're stealing from your house. I don't even know how to explain this friend. I'm still getting stuck with these. It's so easy to sweet talk me. I'll be like, oh, that was so nice. I want to be your friend. They get away with things because they're funny or because they're nice. Or they'll be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I really didn't see it that way. I didn't just do all this fucked up shit to you because I was aware. I was just, I don't know, it was just something. Like, I'm really being honest. I really actually love you as a friend. Like, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
This person has always excuses, gaslighting you, hitting you up to dump on you, doesn't check on you, never apologizes you, but somehow gets back in because they're funny, or they sweet talk, or they just laugh stuff off. These are the friends that will make you feel guilty. They make you feel guilty because you're choosing yourself. They'll be like, I don't even know how to talk like them, but they say stuff that it's like, I'm sorry, like maybe I'm being bad, like maybe I said something wrong, like I don't know, I'm sorry, we can hang out tomorrow. But really, you're just setting a boundary because they keep coming into your house, eating all your snacks. They make you feel like, how dare you come to me with this? Who can I think of that does that? I have somebody that does exactly that. Oh, perfect. I had a guy friend. He would do the most weird shit to me. He would just do little weird pervert shit. And I'd be like, you're being weird. Like, I don't like that you're doing that. You're making me really uncomfortable. He'd be like, how dare you say that I'm making you uncomfortable? Like, would you know like what kind of person I am and you're trying to insinuate I'm this other type of person? How could you say that to me? I thought you really understood me. Like, I thought I could be myself around you.
Goofy ass.
They would just gaslight me. I'm sorry, like I didn't mean to say that you're a pervert, but you're making me a little uncomfortable. I feel like you should take what I'm saying for what it is. He's like, you're not letting me be myself. Shut the fuck. Ooh. At number 4, we have the reckless friend. Their desire to be reckless will always overcome their desire to make sure that you are okay. Intoxicated all the time, sleeps all day, up all night, always in problems, always in fight, impulsive. If you see that they're always reckless with their own life, what makes you think that they have care for you? Their recklessness will always blow up, and if you're around, you're gonna blow up with it. If you wanna have a better life, you need to have a better environment, and the reckless friend will lead you to chaos. These friends will have a way of downplaying everything. Yeah, but you know, I know what I'm doing. Sometimes you really think like, man, they probably know what they're doing. No, never. They're just reckless and getting away with it. And this is usually in a Sagittarius.
After this drink, I gotta go home.
Jim, there's a smoking hot 18-year-old girl over there that you used to babysit. And you're not gonna do anything about that?
Need I remind you that I am married to Michelle?
Exactly. Dude, you could take what you learned from Kira, bring it home, and apply it to Michelle. You do care about your marriage, don't you, Jim?
What are you talking about, Stifler? I'm not gonna cheat on my wife. I'm a father.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, chicks love a father figure. Keep playing that card. Just be her daddy.
Lastly, the obvious toxic friend. You know that they're toxic. You know that you feel weird around them. You know that they're talking shit about you. You know you hate hanging out with them. But you keep hanging out with them. You keep going. Why? You're not being a good friend to yourself. Even though it's obvious, I'm gonna spell it out for you. You hate answering the phone or hanging out with them. You have to take a deep breath. You have to mentally prepare. You have to watch what you say. You have to make sure you don't tell any of your secrets. You don't vent too much. If you're giving more than you're getting, if they give you anxiety, if they give you headaches, if you feel sick, if you feel endangered when you go around them, get away from them. Don't ignore your intuition. Trust me, I have ignored it so many times and all these people were so bad. When they make all of that come out of you, instead of making you like, they're making you like. If you're watching the very obvious toxic friend talk shit about all of their friends, what do you think they're doing about you? There's 2 ways to talk about your friend behind their back. There's one way that you're venting. And venting is not opportunity to have people make fun of your friend, think badly of your friend. That is not venting. Now you're being fake. Nobody should have a bad opinion about your friend because of you. And nobody should have a bad opinion about you because of your friend. Never. If they talk about their friends in a way that they're making fun of them, they're doing it to you.
Let's just laugh at him now.
I had this friend who was an obvious toxic friend, and they would talk shit about all their friends behind their back, and it was in ways that you can't really pinpoint that it's talking shit. It's just like their opinion. Like, I don't really like this about them. I'll be like, okay, like whatever. But then it got to a point, and when I actually cut them off and distanced myself, they were talking bad about their friend having bruises from their abusive relationship to me. I was like, huh? They were like, it was just so embarrassing when people point out their bruises. And I was like, okay.
Girl, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here because
I went home. I'm like, I'm not talking to her no more. She told me that her friend was stupid, her best friend. And then I talked to her later and I'm like, why did you call your friend stupid to me? She was like, I knew you were gonna remember I said that. I don't mean like stupid, making it sound nice. No. And the whole friendship, I'm having anxiety about having problems with this person because the way that they go and attack when they're having even a thought, it's just like, I'm sorry, like, I don't even know. It just triggered the people pleaser in me to the point where I was ignoring, do I even want to be friends with this person? Do I even like this person? I don't even know what mentality I was in. She went through so much that I wanted to give her love. Like, I wanted to go over that and be like, I'm really actually here for you to be your friend. I'm not using you. I know everybody uses you, but I'm not realizing this person is around me for certain reasons. And then they told me, like, one time when they were drunk, they're like, oh, I was always plotting to be your friend. I always wanted to be your friend. And I'm realizing you're not actually developing a friendship out of love and like, this is my true friend and I'm gonna actually be loyal to them. You're becoming friends with people because you want to be associated with their lifestyles. So after I learned that, I was like, oh, she talks shit so bad, and the way that she talked, I didn't want to be talked about that way. So I was doing so many things to make sure that I'm not talked about that way. But you can't even control that. She talks shit about everybody for anything. Talking shit about your friend for having bruises from an abusive relationship. Like, every time she texts, it's something she came up with in her head about some problem that she has with you. I'm always like fighting to win this battle that cannot be fought because this person is always looking for problems.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
So I had to click that and I was like, okay, I don't belong here. And I'm just gonna let it go and never speak to her again. I have been mean. I'm so mean. I've been revengeful. I've been vindictive. I've been like talking shit instead of just saying it to their face. I know if I say it to their face, it's not gonna be something that we can talk about. So I just, to get into a negative situation, I've been a bad friend. I've been a toxic person in people's lives, but I've never had where my heart is evil and I'm doing stuff on purpose to hurt you, or I'm planning evilness to you or anything like that. It's just like, you did something to me, I'm doing something to you. And that's just how it's always gonna be. Don't fucking play with me, bitch. The friends that you made when you were young do not need to come with you for the rest of your life. You're gonna make other real friends. Your best friend is a quality friendship, not the longest. If they are matching your energy, reciprocating, understanding, making you feel seen, that is the friend you keep. If you met them now, would you still be friends with them?
Don't tell me what has been, tell me what's now, okay?
If people leave when you put yourself first, if they act weird when you have boundaries, they're not supposed to be your friend. And there's a way that people act weird because they're triggered and you're not making them feel loved and you're not really explaining yourself. And then there's a way when you're just putting your boundaries in a nice way and they just don't like it and they don't like that they don't have the same access to you. One is toxic, one is just working through a friendship issue. These toxic friends, I don't think you can work through the issues because it's like ingrained in how they are. It's not something for you to fix, it's something for you to leave. Here is why you attract friends like that. What is your role in these friendships? You are either a people pleaser, you have poor boundaries, you have to speak up for yourself. You cannot let people step all over you, okay? Be a friend to yourself. Are you being a good friend to you by allowing yourself to stay in this toxic place? No. Pour all of your love, your giving, your attention to yourself. Be your best friend. And do not, this is like the worst thing I've seen ever. I do not like when people think like this. People have shamed me for getting rid of friends. Do not be delusional about people staying in your life forever. You do not need your friend from when you were 2 to be at your wedding. Do not keep everybody with you. Not everybody's meant to go with you to the top. You go to the top. Whoever is helping you, loving you, giving to you, balanced, they come with you to the top. And I'll buy you a boat and a car and a house because you held it down. And I love you. But if they didn't hold it down, get rid of them. There are friends and then there are rats. There are friends and then there are rats. Get rid of the rats.
Fight! Fight!
Here's how to cut them off.
You are so evil. Don't ever call me again. You are a low-budget bitch.
I'm gonna tell you how I cut people off. I don't even have the best advice for this. I am not good at cutting people off, but I do know you have to maneuver a certain way because if they're gonna gaslight you or they're gonna make you feel like you're making it up, you cannot just be like, well, listen, There's some people that you know they're gonna gaslight you. You know that they don't take things having to do with them doing wrong well. So you just have to be like, now I peep, I'm going away. I peep how you are, I'm going away. When they be like, why don't you talk to me anymore? Just block them. Don't fucking talk to me, bitch. You know what the fuck you did. Another way to cut them off is to write. I just feel like we're not aligned anymore and I feel like I'm going to a different path and I just don't feel like our friendship belongs on that path. But with that, I will say I love you. Thank you for everything you've shown me and taught me. I hope you have a beautiful life. Let's talk about healthy friendships. I just want to talk about that because I love my best friends. And after everything I've been through in my life,
But it's all good. It's all good.
I love them. Look how happy I am now. they help you. If you have an issue, they will listen to you. If you need to move out of your apartment, they're there. If you're in the hospital, they're there. If you have, my best friend, I had my first art show, she sent me flowers all the way from New York. They're there for you. I'm crying, I love her so much. They're gonna see what you're going through and not be like, that's embarrassing. And they're gonna be like, aw, what can I do to help you? I'm really sorry you're going through, and cry with you. So many of my friends, I just don't want them to be in pain because they're just a blessing to this earth and they've been through so much and they don't deserve it. You need a friend that will stand by you. If you talk shit about my friend to me, I'll be like, can you shut the fuck up, bitch? When you're excited to see your friend, that's how you know that's a healthy friend. When you're like, just know, if you've ever talked shit about me, I know my intuition is impeccable. Also, if anyone wants to get a reading from my favorite reader, Tori, she offers $15, I think. If you send her a picture of somebody that you have, if you're feeling about, she'll tell you what it is, what the feeling is, how they're viewing you, if they're jealous of you, if they're plotting on you. So many things she could tell you. But you can also ask one just about your regular friends. Ask her about my friend. She's like, this is your soul family. You guys are destined to be friends. I was like, I love. A lot of times when you're not being your true self, that's why you attract garbage. Be yourself, be authentic, be real, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want you guys to go right now, go like the video, subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, unsubscribe and subscribe again. I love you, bye.
Bye! Bye!